So in this video, we're going to talk about the first of the yoga values we mentioned, non-attachment. So living a life based on this value can help us to become more resilient and contented in our life. So sometimes we find we rely on external factors in our life to make us feel happy. Like we might say to ourselves, I'll be happy when I pay off that mortgage, or I'll be happy when I get those nice new clothes, or once I get that boyfriend I've been looking for on Instagram, or, we all do this from time to time. So it's like, noticing when we're looking for happiness in those external things, because really the thing about these material things or these things externally in our life is that they can all be taken away from us. So yoga helps us connect to a more wiser, deeper sense of self. So for example, sometimes if we notice that we're looking for happiness and, pleasing our partner by cooking him or her dinner all the time, we think that's going to make us happy. But then over time, we notice that doesn't make us happy anymore. So what endures is these values of yoga. And so for me, to give you an example, I used to move around a lot to different parts of the world looking for a warmer climate because I was sure that I was happier in warmer climates. And maybe I was happier and am happier. But the thing is, I think what I was really looking for, well, I know now what I was really looking for is these deeper values. There's got to be something more to life than this. And I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with having all those things like, a nice home and nice clothes and all that. It's just that it's good to know that these things are not permanent and they can be taken away from us. So the second point I wanted to make is nothing is permanent. So that new iPhone we got, we might drop it down the toilet or it might become old soon or someone might steal it. So nothing is permanent and they can always be taken away from us, these material things. So they're not always things we can control. So yoga helps us realize that we have these other deeper, wise inner core values that have endured the test of time. So it's really good to work on building those, which we're doing in this course. And the last point I wanted to make is that we cannot avoid suffering, but we can reduce it by focusing on what endures. So that's why, this is an art, this course. We talk about the art of living well. It's not like everything is right or wrong, it's this way or that way. It's sort of like, it's not binary. It's not one way or another. It's noticing those adversities and those negative experiences that we might assume are negative that come up in our life, and leaning towards the positive, holding a place for the struggles in our life and leaning towards the positive. So being aware of both and making a conscious choice to lean towards what might have gone well out of all of that, or what we've learned, or the silver lining. And this is what it means to also connect to a deeper, bigger sense of self, not getting caught up in those, little issues that come up in life, or the big issues even, and knowing that we have this kind of grounded, bigger, wiser sense of self to draw on. So these are the 3 points around non-attachment. We can sometimes rely on external factors to make us feel happy. And that nothing is permanent. And the third point is that we can't avoid suffering, but we can reduce it by focusing on what endures. So it's about focusing on, that deeper, wiser sense of self. I hope you've enjoyed this video on non-attachment.